Hi, my name is Mike Harwood. I'm National Director of Technical Support and Development here at William F. White. And we're here to introduce you to the new 26 kilowatt hour MovieQuiet power source. Obviously, it comes on a trailer because of the physical large size, but we've also designed it so we'll access a second unit if you need it beside it for those larger shoots or larger loads. It also comes with several adapters that gives us access to different voltages and currents that allow us to run several different fixtures and loads that you would come across on the entertainment site, and it all comes as part of the unit. Even though battery and inverter systems have been used for many years in the entertainment industry, for car shots, helicopter shots, remote locations, they were big and cumbersome. So after over a year of development with Valid Manufacturing, a Canadian company, we're happy to announce this self-contained, true AC sine wave output power source. It's user-friendly, reliable, dependable, and it's easy for use for set lighting and all departments. This is the second generation of MovieQuiet units. This is the 26 kilowatt hour unit, the oldest sibling to the 6 kilowatt hour unit that we have. Now, it's a larger unit which charges at a higher voltage, but then it also gives us access to a higher voltage for our output connectors. Grounding and bonding of these units. Same rules cover our diesel generators. According to the Canadian Electric Code, anything under 12 kilowatts does not have to be grounded. That covers our 6 kilowatt hour MovieQuiet unit, but we do supply grounding and bonding facilities on the unit itself. Our 26 kilowatt hour MovieQuiet unit has to be grounded as per the Canadian Electric Code. It comes with an attached grounding facility and also accessories to ground and bond your power source accordingly. Like anything, contact your local authority having jurisdiction, your AHJ, to contact them regarding any rules or guidelines covering grounding and bonding of these instruments. And we're going to fire up the MovieQuiet 26 kilowatt hour unit after it's grounded with the grounding facilities on the front panel. But before we start, we've got a little electrical certification label on the left, followed by some basic information of the unit and a QR code if we need to access more information, and that'll take us through the William F. White website. We have some lithium-ion batteries in the unit, so therefore it's a Class 9 dangerous goods label for identification purposes. And then we go into the main disconnect and switch. We turn the main breaker on, and then we turn the on switch on, which potentially could take up to 15 seconds to turn on. And that will turn on the control systems inside. When it's ready, it will illuminate green, and then we allow it to let it go, and then go around to the front of the unit, start turning on the connectors and the circuit breakers for us to access power. Now, the biggest difference with the 26 kilowatt unit is obviously physical side, but also it requires 240 volts to charge it, but it also gives us 240 volt output as an output power source. So we plug in the charger, turn the circuit breaker on, and again, it runs at 240 volts. It gives us several output options. Two 20 amp T-slot receptacles, a 30 amp 120 volt output twist lock, good old Joy, which is great for 50 amp 120 volt, and with the 220 volt to charge it, it also allows us to have a 240 volt output cam lock system, which allows us to have access to power M90 ballast, which is a 9,000 watt HMI that can run up to 3 hours on this unit fully charged. They also come with USB ports for charging any film accessories or other items that would charge up by using a USB. The touch control panels on both the MovieQuiet 26 kilowatt hour and 6 kilowatt hour units are identical. On the top left-hand corner, we have state of charge, which is obviously the percentage of charge the batteries are charged to at that moment. And the estimated running time is the amount of time that load will run off these batteries without being chained. And also on the bottom, you can see the 15 amp charge rate, what it's set at to now. Now we can change it to 24 to 30, but keep in mind, as we change the charge rate, we have to make sure the power supply that's charging it will accept that higher ampacity rating. We go to the next page over. It gives the battery voltage and also the battery and system temperatures. Now the battery systems are fixed to turn off at 90 degrees Celsius, and they'll turn themselves back on when the fans cool them down to 86. And also at the bottom, it tells us the status. So it's inverting right now when the inverter is on. If I turn it off, it'll tell me it's off. If I put a charging system on, it'll tell me that other mode is kicked in, so it's charging. And on the third page, we go into the part number of the unit and its serial number, a tech support number if we really need it, the Wi-Fi ID if we're tracking it through the Wi-Fi GPS system, and the version of software that it has to now. And then the battery size of the internal units, which is 640 amp hours. Two major benefits of these units, the MovieQuiet units: very low noise, no emissions, which allow us to shoot in any location or neighborhood at any time. And that's about it. If you got any more questions, be it availability, pricing, or more information on the units, please contact your local office, your local customer service rep, or go to our website at whites.com.